What is going on, guys? This is Andrew from the Blaster Bros, and here is part number 3 of the Jeep rebuild. And I probably have a lot of explaining to do since you see a bunch of wood here in place of where the floorboards should be. That's because there are no floorboards. You guys probably noticed in the past couple of episodes that there aren't any floorboards. We were standing on the frame rails whenever we drove it. So our solution was plywood because it'll be cheap and it'll be easy. Well, this actually isn't plywood. This is some nice wood. But we're going to use plywood in some other spaces here. So we have this whole set up to make some floorboards, and now here's Dad with the angle grinder cutting up the parts of the back of the tub so that we can get it to fit where the wood is, so just to make room for the wood. And so you can see here, say a little bit of a fast forward as to what's happened to the tub. So the wood is actually going to go in between. That little piece sticking down in the middle is going to be behind the wood, and then the roll bar mounts are going to be in front of the wood. So it's going to create a little sandwich, which should be nice and stable.
It's going to be, we'll be able to actually put some screws in through the outside, but it was mostly all body filler. And so see, you can see now the body is like totally loose from the roll bar. In fact, it doesn't look so good back here, but I guess it is what it is. Let's see if that'll squeeze it.
And so here you can see we are just putting on some pieces of plywood near the back half of the frame, just so that we have something to mount the rear of the tub to, since we don't really have anything. The mounts, as you saw in the last episode when we pulled the rear of the tub off of the body, the mounts that it was supposed to be mounted to are just pretty much, they're shot, you know, they're not worth anything. So we're just going to put some plywood here so that, you know, we can use it to put some screws in through, put some bolts, do whatever. And it'll just help it squeeze the frame a little bit better, having some wood in between there. So you can see here we successfully got the back of the tub back onto our frame. You can also see that we just have the two halves of the door wells. The door cells are just C-clamped together. But you can see here we got the how it's mounted to those pieces of plywood that we put. So Jeep is whole again. That's very nice. And now we got to weld the door sills back together, since we're obviously not going to run them with C-clamps. That would just be ridiculous. So yeah, let's get these things welded. So you can see here our interesting technique of making the body more stable and further connecting the rear of the tub to the front. So we have this piece of plywood there that was in the bed, and it's connected to this piece of plywood that's where a rear bumper should be, which is also connected to the frame. So there you go, that's the Jeep. It's basically completed at this point. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is the Blaster Bros signing off.